Newman. But first, it's Pentecost Sunday, marking the gift of the Holy Spirit and the birth of the Christian Church. And our first song celebrates that. Now, you might think that, like countless others, I'm out on a Sunday for a little retail therapy, but you'd be wrong. In fact, I'm here in Brent Cross to visit the largest church of its kind in the country, a congregation that has played host to, amongst others, the Prince of Wales and Prime Minister David Cameron. Next to this retail park is Jesus House for All the Nations, part of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, a Pentecostal denomination founded in Nigeria in the 1950s. It's planted churches all over the world, and with 700 in this country alone, it's growing faster than any other. Here they're on their second service of the day just to accommodate the numbers, and I want to find out why this place is so popular. I want to.
Good morning.
I'm David, lovely to be here. Now, first thing, you've got a reception desk?
I know, there are quite a few people here that come in here on a Sunday, so sometimes they need to be told where to go. So,
how many people?
On an average Sunday, about 2,500 people walk through the building.
What?
Yeah.
You know what? I can't wait to see what's going on in there. Show me.
Let's
go. Wow. This place really is an auditorium. It's huge.
Your sons and daughters praise you now, and we cry, holy. Yes, we cry.
This place is really great. I mean, people are just really in their own bubbles. Nearly 500,000 people in the UK are Pentecostal Christians, and this branch now makes up a quarter of them, attracted by this immersive worship.
It's very vibrant. It's very interactive. So I remember when I first came, it was one of the few places that you could get a workout during the Sunday service because there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of activity. If you don't come out sweating, then you haven't had a good service.
The love and the hope people have just brings me every Sunday here. God is among these people, so I want to be with them.
Pray for the royal family. Ask that God's kindness and mercy will ask you for.
As I go backstage, I discover what looks like a TV studio.
Ladies and gentlemen, our prayer is very simple today.
Which gives today's preacher an even bigger platform.
Because we realise that we're a growing church, we needed to make provision for people that come into our building to listen to service and also the wider world. So everything has been filmed here. It's been streamed widely across Europe. We have audience in America as well, largely in Nigeria, but we have known people to tune in from as far away as Vietnam. We would like to think that we're influencing people. The word is powerful. We're trying to get it to the world.
There are many different types of Pentecostalism in the UK. Why do you think that this particular style has caught on so much?
I think it appeals to a lot of people because it's practical, it's expressive, and it's demonstrative. It taps into the idea of God's power, God's spirit, and that's something that people want in their lives.
Why would you say this church was the fastest growing church in the UK?
Churches such as this, RCCG Jesus House, is growing because of the dynamic leadership that they have. So they've got that brand, that presence, and they have a unique strategy of church planting. I think as we continue, we will have churches like this in every major place in the UK.
And so to the other side of London, in Tooting, to a different Pentecostal community that's also going strong for this lively sing-along. We're between three services in this place of vibrant praise, but now to a place of contemplative praise. Claire's been to a convent in Belfast to meet three women who swapped their careers for a life of prayer. They've given up their jobs to become nuns in the religious order of the Adoration Sisters, founded in France in 1848. And one of them is more used to reporting the news than to making it.
Just before we go, we thought you'd like to know that our colleague, our political correspondent, Martina Purdy, has decided to leave journalism and pursue a different way of life.
Martina Purdy, BBC Newsline, Washington.
These leaders won't just be focusing on what they have to say and the issues.
Martina Purdy, BBC Newsline, Stormont.
What great nation is there that has its God so near as the Lord our God
is to us.
You know, the Lord has a great sense of humor, and He is the God of surprises. So I suppose people were shocked when I announced what I was going to do, but I'd lived with it for a while. I've always been a Catholic, but I think when I look back, I was really asleep in my faith compared to how it is now. People come to us for prayers, and it's really a beautiful experience when someone comes to you. And I mean, sometimes they're coming in tears because they're having a crisis in their life, and just knowing that someone is praying for them, they leave with a smile. It is very uplifting, and that's a really beautiful thing to do with your life. So I feel very fulfilled.